So it was -1°F this morning when we went out and did our morning chores. Coldest morning of the week. So today I plan on working inside the shop. So I ended up picking up some metal yesterday for some future projects, welding projects, and I got it all unloaded, but these 2 sheets of 1/8" sheet metal. I'm just gonna get those in the garage and then I can get started. So this pile of metal right here, this is what I unloaded yesterday, and then the sheet metal we just unloaded. And then of course I got this whole pile of metal just sitting out here on the ground. And all this metal, it just takes up floor space. It's always in my way. So my first project I want to do is I want to build a metal storage rack and see if we can get all of this up off the floor and stored over against the wall. And then I've got enough metal here, I believe, for 2 more welding projects that we're going to do over the next few weeks. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can bring everything in here and weld it out because it is cold on that side right there. At least I can heat up this space. I got all my pieces cut. So here we go. I've got the first one just tacked together, and it's going to be a total of 4 shelves that I can stack metal on. And this is actually going to go on the ground. All right, so this is going to be on the ground, and then the top of this is even with the toolboxes that we have, our rolling toolboxes. And I've got a total of 4 shelves here. The bottom ones have this lip here on the front to keep material from being able to roll off, but the top one doesn't have a lip. We're gonna probably put like a solid like top on it, just like a solid shelf on the top so that you can lay other things up there if you want to. And then that solid shelf will hopefully just kind of go right across to our rolling toolboxes and just almost make it like it's a bigger work surface. At least that's the idea. So I've got a total of 5 of these that I need to weld together. We're gonna space these 4 feet apart from each other, and we'll end up with a 16-foot long metal rack. And if I have like a 20-foot piece, I can set it on there. It'll just stick out like 2 feet on each side, and I think it'll work out fairly well. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start getting these all welded together. So today is a little bit warmer, but we are getting a few more inches of snow. So first thing I want to do is I got the tractor warming up. I'm gonna go grab one of the firewood totes and bring it up here. We're gonna top off the firewood up here at the house. And then we need to go check out the bull, the rental bull, because he's losing hair. He's got, looks like he's got some kind of mites or something. We need to see if we can treat him. So I think I want to grab this firewood tote right here, and I just want to take this oak that's on the top. It's not the greatest, but I just want to go ahead and burn it and get rid of it. So it looks like I just got a few pieces down here. I just need to move out of the way and I can take that up to the house. Somehow I forgot my gloves. Go figure. All right, now I got some gloves. So I've had a lot of people say that I should just take this firewood tote and set it up here on the porch. I know I can do that. It's my preference that I don't. I'd rather just fill up this rack and then take the firewood tote back. Just the way I want to do it. But I always have that option if I want to. Rebecca's coming out to help. We're just taking it down to the paper. That's where the oak stops and the hickory begins. All right, walk back, get the camera. All right, I got Rebecca with me. We're gonna see if we can wrangle a bull. Well, not really. We're gonna see if we can put permethrin dust on the back of the bull to help fight any mites or anything that he might have. So typically we spray our animals like throughout the summer with permethrin, but it's a spray. And we don't want to use a spray in the wintertime, get them all wet. So we're gonna try this.
Python dust, which it's permethrin.
But it shows like cattle, horses, sheep, goats, like it's good for all livestock. So hopefully we can get close enough that we can get it on him. But he's actually got mites so bad that he's losing hair because he's rubbing against trees or something. So he's got several spots on him where his fur is completely gone. And I'm sure that that's really cold in the wintertime. In some places he's rubbed so hard that he's actually starting to bleed a little bit. So we did talk to the owners and we have permission to treat them. So that's what we're going to try to do. See, I think he's eating that protein tub right now.
Yeah, bully babies next to it.
Where's the dust? You got it. You gonna come in with me, or at least nearby? What are you crying about, huh? Is it cold out here? Yeah.
You can go to the barn.
You can go somewhere
warmer. You have a
warmer.
tub with a blanket and straw.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How you guys doing on these protein tubs? You're about halfway down there, aren't you? So Tyrone's missing a lot of hair back here, just around his tail, and he's actually up here by the shoulder too. You want to smell that? I don't know if it smells good or not. You smell it? Yeah, I'm gonna try to sprinkle some on you. Hope you don't. Can you let me get closer? Okay, you're not letting me get closer. I think he's gonna avoid me. It's just mostly that one side.
Yeah, that's obviously where
He's got
rubbing.
it's all over now that I'm seeing it. I see some on this side, I see some on his neck.
Yeah, some on his chest.
Yep. We may have to do a pour on.
Yeah,
That means we'd really have to run him through the chute.
I know.
Just don't get freaked out. Can I shake this on you?
It's no worse than the snow that's on you, buddy, but
Yeah. There you go. So we went back, we got some ivermectin pour-on that we're gonna use since we are gonna run him through the chute here, and we'll also probably use the permethrin dust as well. So I'm gonna try to squeeze him here, get him into the head chute, and then hopefully it's a quick treatment, and then we can let him go. Go on, Tyrone. The cat was in there. Latch that behind him. Good boy. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. All right. Piece of cake. Just hope you're not mad at us afterwards.
he might be.
We're doing this to help make you better, bud. We're just going to pour this down your spine. Yep.
I know.
It's probably cold. Sorry. Got one more to do. All right, here's a bad spot right there. Right here. All right, you are treated. All right, we're gonna put a little dust on you, just for good measure. You may not like this dust, but we're hoping. You're gonna look like you got snow on you, bud. All right. Rebecca went outside while I released him. There you go. Feel free to go. So none of our cows seem to have any hair loss or any problems. What the heck is going on with you? You got a cat on
She
your
was
head.
sliding off the gate.
So you just let her sit on your head?
Yeah, it was keeping Tyrone. He was entertained by it.
Appreciate you distracting him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She fell, and I had to let her get on me.
But what I was saying is that none of our other cows have any of the same issues. Like it doesn't seem to have mites or hair loss or excessive scratching or anything going on. So we treat them, you know, with permethrin.
Summer and fall.
Yeah, all during fly season. So that's probably helped with some of the mites with them. So hopefully this helps Tyrone. We'll just kind of keep an eye on it, but he definitely has quite a bit of hair loss from some type of parasite. So the ivermectin will treat
internal and external.
Yeah, any internal parasites, any like blood-sucking parasites. Sounds terrible, doesn't it?
Yeah, worms. Yeah.
And then the permethrin will do like the lice and and different
Flies, yeah.
different mites and stuff. So hopefully that helped him. But he's, like I said, he seems to be pretty mellow, at least so far. He's a young bull. A lot of times I think they are mellow until a certain age, and then they start getting a little bit more
Frisky.
Frisky, is that how you want to put it?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little more dominant, I guess. But yeah, right now he still seems to be fairly mellow to be around, so that's good. So we're not really cat people, right? And you learned something about calicos the other day that we never knew.
That just female cats are calico colored.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, apparently she decided to jump at me. But yeah, we didn't realize that calicos are all females unless it's some kind of genetic
Abnormality. Or,
yeah. So didn't know that. So can you,
where she came from.
Can you go up there?
Oh,
Come
there's
on.
snow up there. She doesn't want to go up there. There's snow on it.
Well, you're gonna have to go somewhere. Yeah, there you go. Get up there. Go ahead. No, I'm pulling away. Go. Go. There she went.
Yeah.
Callie's bound and determined to get back to you.
I know.
That's got to be slippery. Oh!
That's where I saved her before.
Yeah.
Saved her. I got you.
Yeah. So I was telling Rebecca the other day, I was putting the hay or fluffing the hay over here, and Callie came up and she decided she was going to try to jump up on that roof. And she jumped up off the fence and slid off the roof and fell all the way to the ground.
She just clawed my face.
Yeah, you're bleeding.
Yeah.
Yep. I can't show blood on camera. I'll get demonetized.
Yeah.
So every time we fill this water trough, we try to drain all the water out of the hose, but apparently it got froze last night. So I'm swapping it out. I've got a different hose. We'll let the other one thaw out in the garage. Oh, getting myself wet. So I got a two-way valve on the hydrant, so I can open that up, and that'll introduce air at the top of the hose. And then when we lay it out here, it should just drain everything. Should be drained. So this morning I finished this welding project up, and I've got all 5 of these done for our new metal storage rack. And this is going to sit on the ground, but we're also going to attach it to the wall to help hold it in place. So I just need to drill a hole through each one of these, and then I think we are pretty well done with this part. So I think that's as far as I can go with the metal storage rack for now. I could build it where it was freestanding. I'd have to use another roughly 16 feet of metal, and I could probably weld all of those pieces together and it would be a long freestanding rack. But I personally don't want to use up another 16 feet if I don't have to. And what I want to do is I want to attach it to this wall, but there's no framing in this wall yet. So what I need to do is I need to put a little bit of framing in here. We'll put girts on this wall every 2 feet all the way up. That way I can attach, probably just put barn metal, I think, on the walls here. So I have something to attach the wall coverings to, but that also gives me something to attach this metal storage rack. So we ended up getting about 3 inches of snow yesterday, exactly what they predicted. So the weatherman seemed to be right for once. And I'm gonna go ahead and start plowing off the driveway and everything, try to get it all cleaned up. It's supposed to get above freezing tomorrow, like 34 degrees. But with the sunlight and being that warm, if I get the gravel driveway clean enough, a lot of that will probably melt a little bit off tomorrow. But that's our only day, and then it's supposed to drop and get cold again. But we'll go ahead and get it cleaned up. I know I've had a lot of people, you know, that say in the comments, there's not even enough snow here to plow. Why are you even plowing? And well, if you want to leave 6 inches of snow on your driveway, that's your choice. To me, I'm cleaning it up, and I'm going to try to keep everything dressed up and clean. All right, I got the driveway all plowed, and then I ended up going over to the church, and I plowed the church parking lot. Probably spent 2 hours over there getting it all cleaned up. And the grader blade, it seems to be working fine on the back of the tractor, just the way it is with the height control or the position control on the 3-point arms. So I'm pretty happy, I think, with the way it's working. But with the grader blade, you know how it is. If the tractor, the front end of the tractor goes up, the grader blade's on the back and it digs into the gravel. If the front end of the tractor goes down, it lifts up and then you don't really get as much snow cleared off. So that's just kind of the nature of the beast when you got a grader blade like that hanging off the back of the tractor. It doesn't have any skids to ride on. So, but it's working just fine. And hopefully tomorrow we'll see a lot of this driveway melt off. At least that's what I hope. Go ahead and use this side by side since it's not blocked in. One wheel does not want to move. And get past this post. Oh, there we go. All right, I brought the black diamond log splitter in here so that we can take some measurements off of this, because this is going to be my next welding project with the steel that I ended up buying. We're going to build, you can see this, it's got this like small work table, I guess you could call this. You stand on this side and operate it, and then you have this really small table to help hold the wood. And that's really nice to have, but it is by far not even close to big enough to really be fully functional. So what I want to do is I want to build a big work table that goes around both sides and around the back of it, and gives me a large working surface for the log splitter so that it can hold the wood I'm going to split. It's going to hold the wood that I'm in the middle of splitting until I get it down to like a final size. And I think it will really speed up my log splitting so that I can get the firewood shed cleaned out and try to get as much firewood into those firewood totes as possible. So that is the next welding project that we're going to be working on. And the metal rack, we're going to run and go get some lumber so that we can put studs in these walls here, and we're just going to go ahead and just frame, I think, this out completely. And then we can go ahead and put a metal rack up and get all of this junk here off of the floor. And I think these two projects are going to definitely, one's going to help the garage, just the organization in here, and the other one's going to help this log splitter be a little bit more functional without having to like buy inexpensive log splitter that you see everybody use on YouTube. I just want to try to make a modification to just get one of these box store log splitters where it's way more functional. So a few videos ago, I talked about the garage and getting the floor all cleaned up with enough space that I could set up the inflatable paint booth in here, paint the Allis Chalmers parts so that I could put it back together. And shortly after that, the temperature dropped. This space is not heated and it is too cold to paint in here. So I decided to do these welding projects instead. So hopefully within the next week, I'm hoping to have both of these welding projects done, and then all of the metal that's back here will be up off the floor, and then this whole shop floor, the entire floor, will be cleaned up, and whenever it does warm up, I'll be able to paint the Allis Chalmers parts. But right now, the weather is not cooperating. So before I end this video, I just want to walk out here to the pond and show you what everything's looking like. So as we look at the pond, you can see it is completely frozen over. We've got our aerator going, and there was 2 other aerators out here. It's actually froze over, those aerators. You can see a little bit of a thawed out spot right there where one is. But this one that we've got super shallow, it's moving the water enough, it's keeping this whole area thawed out for the ducks to be able to swim in. But the rest of the pond completely covered up. So tomorrow it is going to warm up just a little bit. So this thawed out area here that the ducks are in, this might get a little bit bigger tomorrow, but then the temperature is going to drop right after that. But so far the aerator is doing its job, keeping open water for the ducks to be able to get into. So any predators come up on land, they can get into the water for safety. But anyway, guys, I think that's it for this video. So I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.